Bigla ngang uminit at nagkakagulo dito sa House of Representatives kung saan nga ginanap nga ang first hearing ng budget para sa DepEd. Dito ay nagsilabasan sila ng kanilang opinyon at ayaw magpapatalo kahit kanino. Talino sa talino at tapang sa tapang. Kahit na yung chairman nga ay kanila pang binatikos dito. Kaya narito guys, panoorin natin ang buong kwento.
On the first budget of the new secretary, we terminate proceedings out of respect to our former colleague and who is also an outstanding colleague. Not only did you hear the very, very excellent presentation, comprehensive, on the way to go to solve all the ills of our educational sector, it is therefore my honor to be able to move that we terminate the proceedings of the Department of Education and elevate the matter to the plenary together with the approval of the wish list. The request for the OSEC and the attached agencies to be tackled in the plenary. So moved, Madam Chair.
Second the motion.
I object, Mr. I object, Madam Chair.
Before we deal with that motion, the Chair, with all due respect to the manifestation of His Honor Congressman Rufus Rodriguez, the Chair would like to manifest that there are 22 members who wish to ask question or give manifestation for today's budget hearing despite the bad weather. The presence of these congresspersons who are here, they are all willing to ask or maybe manifest their support to the Department of Education. And in fact, the members of the Department of Education, the DepEd family has been here as early as 7 a.m. And siguro, excited din marinig ng taong bayan kung ano ang sasabihin ng ating mga kinatawan ng Department of Education. So with that, the Chair declares for suspension for a minute.
We have done it for Secretary Sarmiento. We have done it for Garid. We have done it for Conrad Estrella. So why are we not doing it to Secretary Sani Vergara? We have done this. This is a long-running tradition, Mr. Chairman. We have done it always because first budget hearing. First budget hearing. The second one, pwede na. Pero ito first eh. We have done it to the others eh. It will be unfair to the Secretary. Pero if there are some questions from the minority, we have done it, diba? You agree with that, diba? There's now also, yeah. So, pero alam mo, there are also some minority who like to ask. I think okay lang ako, I can withdraw that for the minutes. Yeah, we did, but there was a motion. But in Conrad Estrella, we proceeded with some questions, but there was a motion. Pero Bel Sarmiento, gagaling wala. Kasi, police natin eh. Chairman. Chairman. Second motion, proceed.
Hindi ka rin sa plenary lang yung budget.
Just ask me to give a chance.
Takang ko, tapos tayo kung sayang. Plenary?
Hindi.
Yeah. I'm going to make time, but I don't have time. Second round. Okay.
Dito.
Sige. Okay, sure.
Si Roch, andito. Ay, si Roch is...
I'm okay, depends. Ako, independent naman. Let me know where.
After...
Okay, tell me.
Wala, di naman sinulat. Ito yung sinulat. 2 siya.
Suspend na natin yung section, but the hearing.
Continue.
Kasi para hindi na po effective na 12 naman.
Diretso na, manifestation na lang tayo. Congressman Rodriguez.
Madam Chair, upon our huddle, and there were requests from some members of the House in this committee hearing that they have some questions, and certainly we would like to also accommodate them. And the gracious Secretary of Education has said earlier that he is willing to answer. So therefore, I would withdraw my motion in that, we allow the minority, but mainly most of the majority members will just make manifestation like this representation. So with that, Mr. Chairman, I would sadly withdraw my motion. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you for that manifestation, Congressman Rodriguez. Let us proceed now to the member of the minority. The chair now recognizes Deputy Minority Leader Franz Castro for her interpellation.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So, in fairness naman kay Secretary Angara po, teacher pa lang ako, talagang malalim na yung pinagsamahan ng ACT with Secretary Angara. Very accommodating, yung kanyang mga bills related to welfare, salary of teachers, ay talaga namang sinusuportahan niya ng mga teachers. Ngayong secretary na siya, mukhang mas maganda ito kaysa nung nakaraan. Nakita naman natin, mamaya yung performance sa COA, malalaman natin. So, talagang wini-welcome naman po ng mga teachers, Secretary Angara. Okay? Kaya lang, Mr. Chair, nakakalungkot, medyo iniwanan siya ng maraming problema ni Vice President Sara Duterte. Lalong-lalo na po itong matatag curriculum, Mr. Chair, gusto ko lang malaman, direkta na to, although pinag-uusapan na namin ito sa Committee on Basic Education, pero gusto ko pa rin direktang masabi kay Secretary Angara, yung nagiging problema ng teachers dito sa iniwan na problematic na curriculum ng nakaraang administration, Mr. Chair, kaugnay doon sa 7 to 8 loads ng mga teachers natin sa high school, Mr. Chair. So, kailangan talaga, Madam Chair, kailangan talagang immediately i-review ito. Biro niyo po, Mr. Chair, and Madam Chair and Mr. Secretary, 7 to 8 loads ang mga teachers. Ibig sabihin nito sa high school, nagtuturo sila ng tigpo 45 minutes na ang haba-haba po, no, nung talagang minaximize po yung 6 hours. Gusto rin ko pong linawin itong National Mathematics Program at saka yung National Reading Program po. Kailangan malinaw din po ito kasi doon sa inilabas na frequently asked questions, nandito pa rin po ito. Pangalawa, yung implementation ng matatag curriculum ay in phase dapat yun, Mr. Chair, pero parang fully in-implement this school year. Kaya hirap na hirap yung ating mga teachers maka-cope up dito sa ini-implement na ito. Baka pwedeng i-suspend itong matatag curriculum. Anyway, Mr. Chair, Mr. Secretary, hindi nyo naman ito program, no? Iniwanan kayo ng nakaraang administration ng ganitong problema. Ngayon, yung mga teachers talaga natin ay talagang problematic dito. Sobrang pahirap itong matatag curriculum, sabi nila, Mr. Chair.
Yes,
Yeah.
Secretary.
Magandang umaga. Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you, Congresswoman Castro, sa magandang nasabi niyo po. And thank you din po kay Kong Rufus dun sa kanyang motion. Madam Chair, ang thinking dito ang pag-iisip namin dito sa matatag curriculum, yung sa 45-minute lessons. Dahil na ma-maximize po yung learning time at yun daw ang optimal na learning time for a student to learn. Pero nakikinig, nung nagkonsulta ho kami, and after implementing the matatag curriculum for the last few weeks, mukhang there is a need to inject flexibility ho sa curriculum. So, nakinig ho kami sa ground, nahihirapan yung ibang teachers sa ibang eskwelahan. So, meron kaming piniprepare na department order to inject flexibility, meaning balik tayo dun sa 6 na tigwa 1 hour, depending na sa school setting ho, ma'am. So, yun po ang naisip namin. At we're just going to hold maybe 1 or 2 more consultations. But there is already a draft department order on this. Nakinig ho kami dun sa hinaing ng ating mga teachers. Thank you po.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, Madam Chair. Sa elementary po, grade 1, 2, and 3, na hindi lumilipat ng classroom, okay lang siguro yung 40-45. Pero sa mga intermediate, grade 4 hanggang grade 10 o hanggang grade 12, lumilipat siya ng classroom. Kaya yung si teacher. Kaya makikita nyo sa mga memes, talagang lumilipad si mga teacher, nagbumotor na, mga ganun, mga joke lang. So, yun po yung problema natin. So, I'm glad, no, maibabalik, magiging flexible. So, yun po yung inaantay na nasagot ng ating mga teachers. Ito pong NMP at saka yung NRP, pwede bang pakilinaw po ito, Madam Chair?
Secretary.
Thank you, Kong Castro. Ang sabi is maglalabas ho kami ng polisiya dyan, but maybe Yusek Gonong can further explain the thinking behind this and where we are right now. Yusek Gina.
Thank you, Sec. Madam Chair, Honor. Yung National Reading at saka National Math Program po, given the feedback from the field on our previous programs like Catch Up Fridays, yung draft po namin ng reading at saka math programs, kailangan pa po namin idaan uli sa isang pang-konsultasyon para hindi na po maulit yung lahat ng mga hindi magandang feedback na nangyari dun sa ating Catch Up Fridays.
I know, yung NNP tsaka NRP po. Ano
Apo.
po yung plano ninyo doon?
Apo.
Alam ko meron kayong dialogue ngayon with the teachers and other
Bukas po.
stakeholders. Bukas. Okay, so ano po yung plano dito? Kasi magiging parang ang magiging nito po, magiging parang Catch Up Friday din. Yun ang magiging kalalabasan nitong NMP tsaka NRP.
Your Honor, we are following your suggestions and the suggestions of others to provide flexibilities also in the implementation of the National Reading and the National Math Program. So katulad po ng sinabi nyo nung mga nakaraang hearing, pwede ang isang flexibility niyan ay integrated sa time allotment ng math at saka English, ang ating math at saka reading program. Pwede rin pong gawin yung pull-out strategy kung kaya naman ng mga schools, or pwede din po ang additional time allotment kung kaya po ng ibang mga schools. So we're giving flexibilities, ma'am, based on our discussions with you and others. Salamat po.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Second po, ito na po yung exciting part. Yung mga COA report po at saka yung COA observation as regard to computerization. Medyo mahalaga sa akin to, Madam Chair and Mr. Secretary, dahil gusto natin talaga mabigyan talaga ng mga laptop, no? Mga computer yung ating mga teachers. Okay? So, according to the observation of COA, Madam Chair, report page 229, DepEd CAR 2023, nakalagay po diyan yung observation ng COA regarding doon sa computerization program ng 2023. Medyo mahabang banggitin, kulang na po ako sa time. Can the DepEd please update us on the status of its various computerization programs? So alam ko may mga delays according dito sa COA report. So pwede po bang magbigay yung particularly po yung DCP, no? Nakalagay dito letter A ay delay, non-delivery, and inefficiency of 3PL services provider. delivery to regions not included in the allocation list. DCP packages were not stored. Nandiyan po yan sa page 229, DepEd CAR 2023. So, pwede po ba tayong ma-update, Mr. Chair, kaugnay dito sa computerization program ng DepEd?
Secretary, please.
Yes, Madam Chair, this was before my time. With your permission, I will ask some of the undersecretaries, our Undersecretary for Legal, Yusek Omar Romero, to discuss that. That's a transpac, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Yusek Romero, you're
Yes,
recognized.
thank you, Secretary. Thank you, Madam Chair, Mr. Chair. Yes, in response to the question, the observation of the COA is the delayed delivery or the non-delivery of the computers to the regions. No? And we are happy to update, Mr. Chair, Madam Chair, that earlier this year, the Department of Education, as directed by our operations strand, directed our regional offices and our schools district offices to pull out all the goods procured and which remained in the warehouses of the third-party logistics supplier, yung Transpac po. So, if I'm not mistaken, almost more than 90% have been pulled out, with a minority remaining only in the Carmona warehouse of said logistics supplier. So all the items, the computers being a subject of the question, most of them have been pulled out and are now with the regional offices and our district offices rather, for distribution to the schools, Mr. Chair, Madam Chair.
Dagdag ko lang, Your Honor, na naabutan ko to nung na-brief ako. Nagulat ako na 4 years old na pala yung mga gamit doon. Since 2020 pa po yung mga kagamitan doon. So, we contacted the Air Force and others to help us remove. But and in addition to what Yusek Romero said, there are over 1.5 million items still in Carmona and other warehouses. Laptops, books, furniture. So we're doing our best to get them out para hindi mag-deteriorate yung mga materyales, Your Honor. Thank you.
So may timeline po ba tayo para makuha na po itong...
The target rate of completion is the end of September, Your Honor. End of September.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair. Ito naman po, Mr. Chair, isa rin sa COA, no, na report na nakuha natin. So, ito po, no, yung tungkol sa mga unpaid remittances to BIR, GSIS, PhilHealth, Pag-ibig, and other social and health systems. So, siyempre, in fairness kay Secretary Angara, no, so wala pa siya nito. Dun sa last administration. For the record, Madam Chair, based on DepEd CAR 2023 as of December 31, 2023, DepEd has unremitted taxes and premiums in the following amounts. So due to BIR, withholding taxes, 1,306,199,728.30